Hi, this is Chief Meteorologist Matthew Hugo at UKWF for the Farming Forum weather forecast covering the coming weekend of Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th of September. So just starting by taking a quick look at some latest satellite images to highlight a few features of interest which are of relevance to the forthcoming weekend. Now clearly, obviously, over the last few days, over this general working week, high pressure has been dominating the weather to lead to dry and bright, if not sunny conditions, and it's also been pleasantly warm as well. Now this area of high pressure, essentially situated to the east and northeast of the UK, is continuing to decline away into Scandinavia. Now clearly note on satellite imagery, quite pronounced cloud is in evidence across parts of Ireland, and then also stretching down towards southwest England and also to the southwest of the UK in general. Now this region of cloud here is in association with the developing area of low pressure, quite a complex developing area of low pressure as well, with associated weather fronts which will move north and east across the UK throughout the next 12 to 24 hours or so, leading to a breakdown in the fine and settled conditions. And generally the forthcoming weekend, whilst not a complete washout, there will be some drier and brighter weather. Equally, overall emphasis is on this weekend seeing a change to lower pressure and hence generally more unsettled conditions. We'll start by taking a look at some forecast weather charts and the bigger picture covering Europe and the North Atlantic. Now this region here is the area of high pressure which brought the fine and settled conditions to the UK through most of this working week. But as I progress through the sequence, through the remainder of Friday and on into the start of the weekend, you can see how the high pressure continues to decline away. So here we are now on Saturday the 12th at around about 6 AM, and you can see the area of high pressure is now well to the east and northeast of the UK, and replacing it is an area of low pressure over Ireland. Now continuing to progress through the sequence, you can see that another area of low pressure, this feature here, develops from the south and the southwest of the UK to then bring a very unsettled spell of weather towards the end of Sunday and through into the start of next week, with low pressure dominant right over the UK. So let's put a little bit more detail onto that, and now obviously zooming into the UK and starting with Saturday the 12th at 6 AM. The area of low pressure is centred over Ireland, and weather fronts associated with this area of low pressure will be bringing outbreaks of rain and showers across parts of Ireland, parts of Wales, Midlands, Northern England to start the day, and some of this rain will be heavy at times. Now progressing through the course of Saturday, and generally the outbreaks of rain and showers will continue to progress northwards up into Scotland and potentially lingering across some eastern areas of England, and also particularly lingering across parts of Northern Ireland where the precipitation could be heavy along with some gusty winds as well. Overall though, as we progress through the remainder of Saturday and on into Saturday evening, any persistent rain clears away, and here we are at around about 9 PM now on Saturday evening, and you can see a large portion of the UK is indeed dry to end Saturday, and with some clear spells it will turn into quite a chilly night. So progressing through Saturday night and into Sunday. And now here we are now on Sunday the 13th at about 6 AM in the morning. You can see some rain and showers, perhaps still lingering across parts of Scotland, but otherwise in between, particularly across England, Wales, inland areas, it is a dry start to Sunday with perhaps some brighter sunny spells, but it will be quite a chilly start as well. However, attention is then drawn to this next area of low pressure approaching from the southwest, this feature here, which is what will then introduce further unsettled conditions as the remainder of Sunday progresses. So by the time we get to around about 6 PM on Sunday evening, you can see the low pressures moving up to bring a renewed risk of outbreaks of rain and showers across many areas of the UK, perhaps with the exception of the far north of Scotland, which may have a reasonable day on Sunday, and equally some far eastern and southeastern areas of England as well, where conditions may well remain predominantly dry until the end of the day. So let's take a look at the forecast temperatures for Saturday afternoon. So around about the middle of the afternoon, maximum temperatures, some residual warmth potentially lingering across parts of East Anglia and South East England, with temperatures nearing 20 degrees here. Otherwise, particularly compared with of late, generally temperatures will be around about 2 or 3 degrees lower, and clearly, particularly across parts of more northern areas of the UK, beneath any rain or showers, temperatures will be quite depressed at just around about 12, 13 or 14 degrees. Now, as skies clear, as they indicate towards the end of Saturday and through into the overnight period, particularly across more rural areas of northern England, Scotland and Ireland. By the time we get to the end of Saturday night and through into Sunday morning, here we are at 6 AM, temperatures will be widely into single figures and locally down to just around about 5, 6 or 7 degrees. So a particularly chilly and rather autumnal start to Sunday, again across the northern areas of the UK, but equally note across more central and southern areas of England and Wales, temperatures likely to just about remain into double figures. And now continuing to progress through Sunday into Sunday afternoon, and temperatures across the UK generally ranging between around about 14 and 18 degrees, which is quite close to average now for the time of year, but equally feeling quite cool where there is any rain or showers developing from the west and the southwest. And finally, taking a look at the expected wind speeds and directions across the UK this weekend. Generally, wind speeds and directions will be quite varied as areas of low pressure move north across the UK. So starting early on Saturday morning, and quite a strong southeasterly wind is expected across the northern half of the UK, whereas further south, winds will begin to become more west or southwesterly. But emphasis on some particularly strong winds is possible across parts of Northern Ireland and potentially into more western southwestern areas of Scotland as well. So around about middle of the afternoon on Saturday the 12th, this is an area of low pressure just clearing the northern areas of Northern Ireland, and to the south and to the east of the area of low pressure, winds potentially reaching 40 to 50 miles an hour are certainly possible, but otherwise generally wind speeds across the UK around about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Through into Saturday night, and the blue colours indicate winds dropping away to become quite light, and through into the early part of Sunday morning. So around about 6 a.m. on Sunday the 13th, you can see wind speeds, particularly across inland areas of England and Wales, Scotland and Ireland, generally only around about 5 to 10 miles an hour and from a southerly direction. Through the course of Sunday, winds begin to increase again as another area of low pressure obviously approaches from the southwest. So winds generally become more south or southeasterly, and generally ranging across the UK between about 10 and 20 miles an hour, but increasing across more southwestern areas of the UK, particularly across parts of Wales and Cornwall and Devon, for example, where winds potentially up to 20 to 30 miles an hour may well develop towards the end of the afternoon. So that summarises and highlights the weather for the forthcoming weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend.